Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today we are watching Derkson in his Colorado, and I'm terribly sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Now he is on the map straight in a 3-point domination game mode. He's top tier, which is nice. There is only one enemy destroyer, which is even better, and there is no carrier around. So this looks like a potentially good match. Which is good because the Colorado itself is not that great of a ship. She has 50,000 hit points, which is less than a fully upgraded New Mexico. And New Mexico is like the previous ship. You can see here a Congo who has more hit points. Yeah, obviously the tier 7 counterpart of the Colorado, the Nagato, has more hit points. And I don't really understand why. Also, the firing range is 16.7 kilometers, which is not that great considering that the Japanese are like at 20 kilometers. And yeah, I think you can probably mount equipment to increase the firing range as you can with like the New Mexico. But still, the Colorado has 406mm guns. And they probably hurt quite a bit, but yeah. Now, mind you, I haven't played the Colorado itself, but from what I heard, it's not a great ship, and I really don't understand why they chose to give her so few hit points. But be that as it may, let's take a look at how this game is starting. Friendly team has moved towards C in force, which is pretty nice to see. Here at the top, seems the friendly team decided to move more towards B, and the enemies, I don't know what they are doing. Now this map is a bit interesting because there is no easy way towards B. The way the teams start, you really in an awkward position in a battleship. Like, what are you going to do? If you drive to the other side, it takes ages. If you drive just in the middle, you are a bit exposed, and so you kind of are encouraged to just take the point in front of you. But I mean, you see what the enemy is doing, right? Everyone down here just retreated towards the north, but what's even worse is nobody in the enemy team is actually taking A. I don't know what those ships are doing. It would be so easy to just be inside A, especially since they see it's not contested and the friendly team here is moving down. Now there is a brave enemy destroyer trying to take B. Now usually you'd have a lot more destroyers around here, but there are just almost no destroyers in this game. Now if the enemies lose this destroyer, they are completely out of destroyers. So we shall see how this turns out. And I'm really a bit confused at what the enemies are doing. I mean, you can see this massive force here. They just spent like all this time driving north, not doing anything, and they aren't even taking A. But you can also see those two friendly battleships that didn't want to go for A, probably because the main cruiser force just pushed towards B. They are probably a bit too slow to just follow here. They'd be in the fire of all those enemy ships when they come up here. Going down here just takes way too long, so those battleships found themselves in an awkward position in the beginning, I think. But so far, this is looking great. Now, there wasn't so far no resistance from the enemy. Now they control C, they control B. The points that just keep adding up. The enemies still haven't driven it. I really don't understand that. I mean, are those cruisers really trying to hunt down those battleships on their own, or what are they looking for? There is no carrier that could be hiding here. They should have been inside A ages ago, I think. Oh, and hey, here you see a Warspite who has what more hit points than a Colorado. Wargaming. I guess it makes sense in some universe or some spreadsheet. Now, what I will also say, while this game is so far hasn't been that exciting and it's just looking at the enemies run away, don't worry, there will be a time when they fight back. And I chose this replay because it's really gonna be an exciting match. And there you go. First kill for Colorado here. Now, those two friendly battleships here, they have for some reason split up. This guy, I mean, I can understand, you don't want to drive all the way around here, even if it's the only way to safely reach your team, because all the way you're driving around here, you aren't doing anything. And they probably didn't want to push towards A because, well, there's not really any support. I probably would have driven here straight for B. But we shall see. Oh, there is a nice little Congo driving broadside on. There is also a York driving broadside on. That's always nice to see at a battleship driver. And yep, that's what happens if you show your broadside to a battleship. Now the friendly team here is pushing through this gap. There isn't really much reason to do so. Now the enemies, since they all ran away, the friendly team could have just like, all they have to do now is defend those two caps. They are winning by a lot. But they are, I guess, a little bit overly confident. And looking at the score, I mean, they are still pushing here. And look at that, another ship who is driving broadside on. Let's see what this Silver does. Well, turns out not a lot. Now this is getting a bit dangerous here. If derkson pushes in here harder, he might find himself surrounded by all those enemies. Which is not a good place to be. The one battleship on the left flank is lost this battleship. I mean, he hasn't... I think he's just staying here. Could be retreating, but he has been in this position for a while now, so I guess he just parked here and is shooting things. And here on the right flank, they may push here and support, but... I know, this looked like a much clearer win some time ago, but they are still ahead. And all the friendly team now has to do is survive. And look, those enemies, they are in nowhere trying to push towards B, so they could just like get a somewhere around here, retreat, defend, and win over time. But obviously just sitting back and doing nothing is not so much fun, so they are engaging the enemy. Now this island here has forced derkson in a not so nice position. He's trying to maneuver out of it, but he is kind of presenting broadsides to the enemy Congo. But you know, the Congo is doing the same, so see if he can get rid of this Congo. And yeah, I mean, he certainly at a little bit of better angle now. And this island might actually provide cover from the New Mexico. Now meanwhile the friendly team here on the right side is pushing in harder, although this cruiser has... well, this cruiser is behind. This destroyer seems awfully close to the battleship, so he might be spotted, which is probably not what you wanna be. And there goes the destroyer. You know, This was already like a sure victory, but the enemies might turn it around. So when you look at the positioning, this battleship is showing broadside towards the enemy, this battleship is showing broadside towards this battleship. It's... well, I guess at least this friendly battleship is angled. And I think the sound wall slowed that Congo down by quite a bit, so this salvo is going to miss, which is unfortunate. Now derkson wants to help his team here, and he is probably here going to the left side, trying to help out the friendly battleship to his left. On the right side they are at least together. They hopefully can deal some enemies over there. And I don't know what this Molotov is doing. He is... well... now he's dead. He was just lazily drifting forward, offering his broadside with no cover anywhere in sight. I don't know. He was just begging, I think, to get Citadel. And, well, the battleship here on the left flank is lost. The cruiser here on the right flank is lost. It's 2 against 4. And while it's certainly doable, it's going to be difficult. Now, none of these battleships can easily disengage. I mean, the max speed of the Colorado is like 21 knots. You can't really run away from anyone with that speed. And if he were to turn his ship around right now, he'd also, while turning, offer broadside for a moment to these enemies, and that could hurt a lot. Now he wants to finish off this Congo first, which is probably a good idea. The Congo should be easier to deal with than the New Mexico. Now he's here in a bit of a problematic situation because he can't really angle against both battleships at the same time. So he's pointing his nose towards the New Mexico, which opens up his broadside for the Congo. Now thankfully the Congo is not shooting him. So if he and the Congo is completely ignoring him, that could be the doom for the Congo. And yep, the Congo is almost dead, just like a few more. And I think the secondary's got it. On the not so bright side, the friendly ship was lost here on the right flank. Now it's 1 against 3. You know, this could end in a simple ram. If the New Mexico manages to ram him, he is pretty much doomed, but he's in a bad spot. His gun's pointing this direction. If he would have like sailed in the other one, yeah, he's in a bad spot. But thankfully, is the New Mexico going for the ram? If the New Mexico would ram him, the enemy team would win. It seems like the New Mexico doesn't want to do that, but he's offering broadside. He lost one of his turrets, which pretty much sucks. He doesn't have a great shot yet. He just got Citadel, but he returns in kind. The New Mexico is at 2000 health. Let's hope the secondaries can finish him, because the main guns might not reload in time. Oh, he's down at 1500 health. Now look, they almost have it. But he is still spotted. There is probably, there are incoming shells. If they sink him now, they will lose. And it's a win. Now let's take a look at the results. derkson managed to get 1904 base experience, 5 kills, so he unleashed himself a Kraken, and I think he played rather well. He pushed in with the team in the beginning, he went straight for the points, he didn't spend a long time driving somewhere where he shouldn't be, and in the end he just, well, he kind of had to push forward if his team pushed in and helped out. And well, he held himself nicely in the last fight and managed to secure the victory. So yeah, I think the friendly team, they started off very well. They just went a little bit too greedy and they kept pushing when it would have been a lot better to sit back and defend. So the enemies had a chance for a comeback and they kind of blew it. But yeah, I really liked the ending of this match. It was very exciting to watch, and the main reason I picked this replay, it also shows the Colorado, and I haven't had much luck in finding good replays from this ship. So, let's take a look at the achievements. He managed to get himself Solo Warrior, Dreadnought, Kraken, High Caliber, Close Quarters Expert, managed to score 159,000 damage. That's certainly a nice performance in a tier 7 battleship. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this battle, and I see you guys next time.